This video features a high-end limited edition collectible and is intended for adult collectors.
Hey guys, welcome to Toy Chat. This is Max.
And Sang.
And Michael.
Yes, we have Michael joining once again for today's review. So we are reviewing a Hot Toys collectible for the first time ever on our channel. We referenced it briefly in our COPPA and FTC video. But if you are not familiar with Hot Toys, they are actually a Hong Kong-based production house. They design, develop, and manufacture very detailed, mostly highly realistic collectible merchandise.
For adults.
Yes, they are for adults. This particular action figure, which today we are reviewing the new Avengers version of Scarlet Witch from Marvel. So she is an adult collectible. She is recommended for collectors ages 15 and up. Very quick little background on Hot Toys. You know, they were established in 2000, so the company is 20 years old. They were initially known for producing US military special forces action figures, but they eventually transitioned to high-end figures based on media properties, and one of their most notable licenses is Marvel. So they have made quite a few figures that are in 1/6 scale of very iconic Marvel heroes, and they are based on the MCU version of these heroes. So essentially these figures look like the actors. So this is going to be a realistic rendering of Elizabeth Olsen and her portrayal of Scarlet Witch.
I think they have statues that are based on like the Marvel comics, but the action figures are based on the MCU.
Yes. So by the way, this is part of the movie Masterpiece series, and these are probably among, you know, the nerd adult collector community. This is probably what they're most known for, and they have a ton of other licenses. They've made Star Wars figures, figures from Alien and DC, so they have plenty of licenses, but not all of their products are hyper realistic. You know, they also produce toys called Cause Babies that are very, you know, stylized and cutesy. But yeah, if you want to learn more about Hot Toys in general, I will link their official website in the description below. But we're gonna go ahead and get started on the review for this one. Go easy on us. We are new to this brand. This is our first Hot Toys. So when she initially came out, she was released in 2016. Her listing price was $224.99. As we mentioned, these are highly detailed, highly articulated, really high quality posable figures, you know, directed at adult collectors. So of course you are going to be paying a higher price point for them. Because she came out in 2016 and pretty much most of, you know, the movie Masterpiece series is limited count, limited print. I did have to buy her third-party resale on eBay, so I paid a little more than $225 for her, but comparably speaking, I got a pretty good deal. So jumping straight into the packaging, I love this packaging. So there was another version of the Scarlet Witch figure that was based more on like her casual look from the Age of Ultron film, but this particular look is themed off of her Avengers outfit, which unfortunately we didn't get to see much of in the movies.
This was the outfit that they teased viewers at the last 30 seconds of Age of Ultron, right before the end credit scenes, where they gave everybody new looks and new images. And then it didn't end up translating into the regular looks. My perspective is that's because the movies kind of took a twist and turn, and they weren't like officially Avengers at the time of, you know, Infinity War and Endgame. And so they kind of were more in casual clothing.
Well, like Scarlet Witch went into hiding after Civil War, so she didn't really have a costume.
Yes. So really gorgeous outer sleeve we have right here, and I love the little, like, you know, the hand motion she makes when she's using her powers. Really beautiful silhouette. And on the upper right it says Sideshow exclusive. So Sideshow Collectibles is an official retailer of Hot Toys. So yeah, so pretty much every time we've purchased Hot Toys first party, we had to purchase it through them. them, which I pre-ordered one of the Iron Man figures, which I'm super excited for. He doesn't come out for months, but it looks gorgeous. That is it for the front of the sleeve. We do also have Movie Masterpiece and Hot Toys logo on the lower left.
On the side of the box here, we have what looks like an M, but it's actually Scarlet Witch's symbol. It is the classic headband piece that she has in her original outfit.
It was a helmet originally, I thought. It was a helmet.
I mean, it is kind
It's
of
a helmet.
It might be a
pokes out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that is the Scarlet Witch symbol, which also kind of connects to like the House of M because she's Magneto's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And lots of fun connection.
So on the back, simple, you just have the Avengers icon and some product and warning information. So we're gonna slide off the sleeve. All right, so there she is.
All of her blurry glory because of the glare.
Yeah, you know, it's really funny. These are gorgeous figures and they're obviously very pricey, but I feel like Hot Toys are not this series. Like, I feel like it's not the type of toy you would really display in box because they don't look that good. Like, to display in box because they have like a sleeve in front of it. Well, actually, we'll show you guys.
In my opinion, it would be offensive to buy this and display it in box only.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's the common kind of like action figure like display, because even when you buy like, you know, like Marvel Legends or something, it's all kind of like shoved in there. And
Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, once again, on the side of the interior box, we have her icon and ooh, we have cast and crew. Okay, so this is actually like the credits of the folks the sculptors, producers, designers who worked on the figure. Very cool. And Scarlet Witch, once again. And same thing for that. So let's go ahead and take this out. So when you remove the box itself, you have, you know, just the interior plastic packaging here. So you have to take all the pieces out, and she has some really cool pieces. She has hand swaps, and I love the effect pieces she comes with for her power. All right, so here is New Avengers Scarlet Witch out of box, and she is gorgeous. So for her hair, she actually has rooted fabric hair. And it is nice and wavy, and I would say even you have to expect a little bit of box hair with rooted hair, but I still think it looks nicely styled. Rooted hair is a little bit less common for Hot Toys. It's more so reserved for the female characters, and they don't do it for every release of the female characters, and it can obviously kind of give a little bit more of a doll-esque effect. We're not even gonna get into the conversation of figures versus dolls because, you know, a lot of people have a lot of different things to say on that topic, but I think it looks very, very nice. Her face sculpt is, as we mentioned, it is a hyper-realistic rendition of Elizabeth Olsen's face. And you know, she does have a little bit of smoky eyeshadow, and obviously, you know, her makeup is not especially heavy, which is film accurate, but she does have a nice wine-colored lipstick, and her eyes are very fascinating because they're very glossy. She has very like piercing kind of, there's a little bit of like a gloss to her eyes.
They gave her a very serious look for this outfit, which is really fun.
It's an intense expression, but it's also not exaggerated to the point that you can't kind of make it dynamic and diverse for photography. Yeah, so really cool.
She has earrings that it's like a clamp earring, but it's painted on the front and back of each ear, which is really nicely detailed.
Alright, so moving on to her outfit. She's wearing her outfit from, again, the movie. So it's supposed to be a leather jacket, but it is, of course, made out of pleather for the action figure. So it's kind of a deep red color that has a pop collar, and I believe it kind of almost has kind of like a shoulder pad-esque look to it. And as you can see, it kind of goes down to her waist, and then on the back it has a long train that on this version it has a zipper in the back so you can unzip it and remove it. So the front part has some faux zippers, but they don't actually function. So her top part is always going to be exposed, but you can unzip her from the back. And she has some black fingerless gloves on each side. The top is kind of a pleather material, and then of course the hand portion is just painted on.
It's sculpted on, there's some texture to it.
Yeah.
And then
So
painted, yeah.
So underneath her jacket, she does kind of have a red low cut, almost like a corset but it does kind of gives her a plunging like neckline.
This outfit is really cool, and there's a lot of dimension to it. Like, you can really kind of see the different fabric pieces. It's really nice to the touch.
Like, the outfits are recreated to be like very close to the life-size version of the character, so they're really skin tight on these figures.
So here we have the pants and boots for Scarlet Witch's costume, and it is made out of a pleather-like stretchy material, which is really nice because it adds a really form fit to her physique, but it also allows for great articulation. For her boots, you have kind of basic black boots with some cute little red burgundy detailings at the top for the trim. And my favorite aspects of her boots is that it has the wedge high boot look on. Instead of just giving her heels or flat boots, it gives her that wedge for a little extra height. I've always found that just a little extra like sexy with the Avengers costumes.
So Scarlet Witch also comes with a nice Avengers themed stand. It does have the Avengers logo and text of Scarlet Witch right here. Love this little slanted piece. And then we do have a cool mechanical Age of Ultron inspired design with the Avengers emblem on the top. And there is a plastic piece that extends up here, and what's actually really nice about this stand, for the little metal like rod piece up here, it's actually super easy to just pop this in and out.
Yeah, it's shaped in like a V, and so as it goes down the stand, it pinches. So if you wanted to put her in like a flying pose, the stand wouldn't fall down.
So one of the most exciting things about this Scarlet Witch figure is the fact that she comes with two effect pieces, that give the impression that she's in the middle of using her powers, and they're so dope. I'm in love with them. They are very translucent, and they have kind of a glowy look to them because there is a faint kind of fire orange color with kind of like a fading out ombre translucence, and you can kind of position them in two different ways. There's actually a hole for her thumbs to go into, so you can actually position the piece so that she's shooting it straight outward or kind of like holding the effect upright, as you see on her left hand here. Really cool. So she does also come with two pairs of alternate hands in different poses because I feel like it's really funny. I feel like a lot of Elizabeth Olsen's role is about almost like the choreography of kind of her finger movements, which are very cool. And we get a couple different dynamic poses in these two pairs of hand alternates, and all of the hand alternates have a reddish translucence at her fingertips, so they're perfect to pair with the ability accessories. Something really nice about Hot Toys as well is she comes with a swap of two alternate what look like her wrist pegs, which is really nice because basically if you accidentally like break or snap the peg inside, the wrists of the figure, you can replace it yourself.
Just good luck trying to get them out of the hand and out of the wrist. You snap them.
That's true, because from my experience, if you snap it, you literally sometimes cannot get it out of the...
Maybe they have different functionality. Maybe they move differently than the ones that are in.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think they're spare.
That's true. Maybe they are spare. If you're familiar with Hot Toys, you can school us in the comments and let us know. So Scarlet Witch comes with something that we thought was a certificate of authenticity. We were assuming it would come with that because these are, limited, but it's actually a set of instructions. So you can see how to attach the pieces. And there's also some product warning information that, maybe would have been good for us to know earlier. So it states that the outfit is non-detachable. It says do not try to take it off, otherwise it will be damaged. And it also says the buckle on the outfit is non-detachable. Don't try to open it, you'll damage it. Wow, I guess people are not supposed to undress Hot Toys. All right, so these are our final thoughts on the new Avengers Scarlet Witch Hot Toys figure. I think that she is absolutely gorgeous. I think in general when you have high-end figures like this, there's kind of scary aspects to it, and we kind of had to learn like the things we were and were not supposed to do. She is incredibly realistic, and I love how she looks from almost every angle. So what's really interesting about her articulation is on the Sideshow listing for her, it states that she has over 20 points of articulation, like 28 or something. That's kind of wild to think about because I'm not entirely sure exactly how they're counting those points. Based on what we can see, you know, you can move her at the shoulders, elbows, wrists, you can move her head. She does seem to have a breast joint, but see, the thing is like with this outfit, you're not going to get a ton of movement regardless, but you get plenty of movement in her knees, you know, and elbows and wrists, and I think that's where you're going to be doing a lot of the poses anyway for this particular character. And obviously an over $200 price point, you know, even more if you have to buy them resale, is steep. It's very steep, but I am wanting to say that it's worth it because, you know, I just think they're so realistic, and, you know, it definitely seems like you are getting what you pay for. But I will just recommend, if you're interested in these figures, it's probably better to jump on them when they first become available. But Hot Toys are awesome, and, you know, I definitely think if you are deep into any of these properties that they've licensed, you know, nerd culture in general, they're just gorgeous, really high quality figures that will look stunning on your shelf.
You definitely, with the price you're paying, you can tell that these are made with a bit of love. A lot of detail went to it, and even during the production line, like if you notice her face, so much little details went into her. You know, you can tell that these people took the time and the effort to make sure that all the blush is correct, all the eyeshadow. So you are getting a very high quality figure. Sometimes with some of like the cheaper brands, you notice a lot of like flaws and, you know, corners cut. But I haven't seen any corners cut on her, from her, you know, painted rings to the way that she has, you know, the right amount of gloss on her eyes. There's a lot of quality control, which I really appreciate.
So for me growing up, I loved dolls and I loved action figures, and there was never a combination of both. And for me, this, specifically the Scarlet Witch, but Hot Toys does, kind of combines the best of both. It gives it the height of a doll with the rooted hair details, but the like amazing finishes that a lot of action figures have, and the posability of action figures. And coming into these kinds of products as an adult, collecting them, displaying them is just amazing for me. If you ever watch videos of the Hot Toys people talk about what goes into creating one of their products, you can just tell that they're passionate. Scarlet Witch is also my favorite Avenger. I love her in the MCU. I love Elizabeth Olsen's depiction of her character. You know, and so I think they did a stunning job. It's also the only way you'll really ever get this outfit, which is the most stunning version of her outfits.
All right, thank you for joining us for our review of Hot Toys' new Avengers Scarlet Witch. Make sure to let us know what you guys think of her in the comments below. If you're being introduced to Hot Toys for the first time too, you know, let us know. What do you think so far? If you are a Hot Toys expert, then you can just go off roasting us and schooling us on all the things we don't know. So hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't, and let us know what you'd like to see next on our channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye.